Now my granddaddy was Sonny Boy Parker, and he wrote a song about young women throwing babies off a bridge. Went a little bit something like this. Poor, poor mama, what have you done now? Poor, poor mama, tossing your baby off that bridge. Recorded that in Jackson, Mississippi. It was 1929, and at the time, it was a hit.
1931 was a lean year for us. It was a depression. We had some success with the song. She was hit by a trolley and the mine shaft collapsed rag. But nobody wanted songs like that anymore. So Ted and I took the subway to Harlem and we found this record and away we went.
White folk been stealing our music for years, but turning it around into some sort of happy dance number? Now that was something new.
It was a pretty song, but it needed some pep, some zazz. So Ted took it over to the piano and he sped it up. He made it brighter, and I punched up the lyrics. And then we made Mad Passionate Love on the sofa.
Our good friend Pete Archer had a lovely crooning voice, so we took the song to him. Now, Pete had recently lost a child, so he's not too keen on the subject matter. But he heard the tune, and his ear overruled his heart. So we booked a studio, got Myra to sing backup, boom, away we went.
Oh, poor mama, what have you done? What have you done? What have you done? Tossing babies off the bridge, off the bridge, off the bridge. Oh, poor mama, what have you done? Oh, darling, I love you. More than just a smidge, we're tossing babies off the bridge.
Well, a former lover of mine was the big cheese at the Champion Spark Plug Hour at NBC. I hand-delivered the record with a little something from the gin mill. After we made love, we listened to the record. He said he would have listened to it without the sex, but it didn't hurt.
When they played that song on the radio, he turned to my grandmama and he said, "What the fuck was that?"
People went crazy. They said they got more calls about that record than they had on any of their other shows. So we went over to RCA and we pressed 10,000 copies of that 78. That's true. You look it up.
It sold out in minutes. It was the bee's knees.
In the 1920s and 1930s, America was susceptible to crazes. Things like dance marathons, flagpole sitting, the Klan. This record started the bridge baby craze, which swept America throughout the summer of 1931.
We didn't know our song would have so much influence on other people.
All over America, people started tossing babies off bridges. People were so enraptured by the lyrical message that they lost all sense of reality. Allegedly, there was a woman in Idaho gave birth to triplets just so she could toss them off a bridge.
My grandfather, Sonny Boy, he wrote in his notebook, "You wouldn't believe the shit white people are doing now."
Cole Porter even wrote a song, "I get a kick out of tossing babies." I tried to seduce him, but he was too steadfast.
The bridge baby movement went well beyond music. Norman Rockwell created the Bridge Baby sketches for the Saturday Evening Post, and Robert Frost wrote the Bridge Baby poems for the New Yorker. Even politicians were getting swept up in the fever.
Myra, Pete, and I were invited to the dedication of the George Washington Bridge as the personal guests of Governor Roosevelt. He was always a populist, and so the crowd went nuts when he dedicated the bridge by tossing a baby right off it.
It wasn't a real baby. It was Polish.
Well, after that, we had the most lasting document of the Bridge Baby era, the MGM musical Baby Tossers of 1931.
of the bridge. What a wonderful way to say you care. Tossing
It made
baby
$835 in its first week. In today's money, that's 100 million.
Oh, what a fine time in the morning. You're walking with your girl to reach inside a carriage, give that tot a twirl. Lovely ladies.
But as fast as it started, baby tossing became passé. It fell out of favor as quickly as a plummeting baby.
Well, Granddaddy said all of a sudden these white folk wake up and ask, "Oh my God, where's my baby?"
Herbert Hoover had his speech against the evils of bridge baby jazz. And he gave his Bureau of Investigation the power to enforce all laws against baby tossing. It just killed our business.
I think that's why he lost the next election. We broke up after that. When you've tasted that much success, what can you do for an encore?
I think America made kind of a silent pact to never talk about this again. Until you brought it up.